and January, February, March, April, May, June, half of the year, we are talking about already. Every day with you again, may I tell you, the place hot, you know, Rasta, blouse and skirt, may I tell you the place hot is a sin. May I tell you, man, the place hot, in here too cold. No, man, the place hot, Rasta, me don't understand this way I go out to them say the longest day gone yet, the longest day is supposed to go on yet still in June, yeah. But, man, may I tell you, every minute me have to go be it, you know, Rasta. No. And then the weirdest thing about it, though, you know, that the water in the pipe hot too. Yes, I don't know where I go on, I don't know where really I go on, but me I tell you, we do for earthquake, you know, the way the place hot, we do for earthquake. My word, we do for earthquake. The place not supposed to so hot, Rasta. The place not supposed to so hot, I don't know. And maybe I me wanna feel it. I must me wanna feel it. Cause I see people in a coat and tie on the road. I gotta work. I see some man dressed up in a suit, I gotta work in this hot sun, yeah. That me I wonder if the job with them supposed to go do, always require them to wear them have on shirt, then them have on the tie, each up underneath them neck, and then them have on the jacket over the, may I tell you? That's why them stay so, you know. That's why them stay so, man. You know that you, Masikela and Miriam Akiba, was outside of South Africa, exiled outside of South Africa for about 30 odd years. Yeah, man. Imagine that. In your own, you can't go back to your own country. You can have that, the Dalai Lama, which is the spiritual head for the Buddhists them in Tibet. Him can't go back there neither. The Chinese them exile him too. You know, so me buck up and them ISIS people vicious, you know, Rasta. No, me I tell you, man. For some man we say them a pray, them a worship Allah and I don't know. I don't know what kind of religion them practice that make them do the things with them do, because I don't see oh man in a them highest form and highest consciousness can really do those things with them do in the name of Allah, in the name of bringing about what you call Islamic world. I mean, Christianity used to do them things about really and truly now, them man in the days, the medieval days of Europe, them do the things them where Europeans used to do in the 16th and 15th and 14th century. I don't know how much people see it, but CNN, the CNN man, them don't want to show it, but you know, so the man them put some man in a cage, an iron cage. The man them put some man in an iron cage and let down the man, when them chain up the cage, them lock up the cage with the man them in about 6 or 7 man in the cage. And them lock up the man them in the cage, you know, and let down the cage in a swimming pool. And the man them have a camera under the water, you know, and show the man them are drowned and can't do nothing about it in the cage. I mean, and them send that all over the globe. Now I don't know what kind of mindset do them things there, but I know, say, believe you me, you see that thing that we name religion, because we not exempt the Christian them from them things there, because we know what Christianity do, or what men do in the name of Christianity, in the name of them God, you know. You don't have to go further than the Bible to see what Moses and all them man they do when them go in all the city and slaughter the man them and take with the woman them and rape them and says God tell them to do that. You see that thing on name religion, man? Religion make good men do evil things. Yeah, man, religion make good men do evil things. Because it's not that man is innately evil. Man not evil, you know, but the actions of men is evil. So you have evil actions, not necessarily evil people. It just so happens that it's men carrying out those evil acts. It's terrible, man. The man them put the man them in the cage, lock up the cage, and let down the cage in the swimming pool and have camera under the pool, because you know it's under the pool them camera there, you know, because them could not take the picture from pan top of the camera, pan top of the pool. It's under, you see the man them a struggle to them last breath. And this is something with them saying all over the world. And yet, you have young teenager a plan to go join them. And you have young Americans in America a set up things. Because the weirdest thing about it, you know, them catch a whole heap of the youth them who have planned these things in the name of ISIL, you know. But one of them go and go through the door one at a time. One of them go and get through one at a time. Them can't see if they say no that them can't catch up with them. But one of them youth they go and go through the door one time. Because I think yesterday them catch one a plan for bomb up somewhere. It's a 19-year-old youth. And even though them youth they see them things there, you know, it inspire them. I don't know them things they go so. I don't know them things they go so, Rasta. That's a man line up 200 man and just shot them in them head, so, and that you watch us and get inspired to go. Which part them man they forgot do that too. Them take a little youth like about 10-year-old and just give him a rifle and say kill the man there, and them just kill the man. Wow, may I tell you, the evil that men do, man, in the name of God. And if the man they really believes that there is some supreme being out there that them fighting for, can there be a supreme being that desire men to kill men for him? When Christians go and wage war all over the world, and when Christians do evil things in the name of them God and Jesus, them really believe that there's some entity out there that is spurring them on to say, yes, you love me because see there, you kill people for me. In the name of my name, in my name's sake, you are doing this thing for me. I love you more. No, sir. That cannot be. That cannot be. There's no one can tell me, say, dear God, tell them to go and go wipe out nations and kill women and children. No, sir. No, sir. A man I tell you, say, him tell him to do this and him tell him to do that. So when all a flood come, or a hurricane come, and wipe out people, like with the one where they leak out in a Italy now, or the flood of them have in a Nepal the other day now. And a man I will show you now say, it's God do that. In the case of Italy, them say, because the people them work too much voodoo, why God send the hurricane and leak 300,000 people. And people actually believe that. People in a them sick mind believes that there is some loving, kind, compassionate something out there that say, look, I see them people that them now worship me, you know, I'm going to send a hurricane and leak out 300,000 of them. That is a sick thinking, man. Sick. If a man really believes that, a sick him sick. I don't know which psychiatrist can put him right, but believe you me, you have people believe these things. You see if you see if a hurricane ever lick Jamaica, y'all know, man. You don't see how much people turn Christian. You don't see how much people turn Christian. But I tell you, though, if a hurricane ever lick Jamaica, the church, the congregation of the church would be tripled and fumbled because that fear where is placed in them. That fear that is placed in them by people who manipulate and control this thing named religion. Put them in the frame and say, watch out. It's the wickedness of Jamaican people cause the hurricane. Just like what them say, is the wickedness, is the voodoo where in Haiti that caused 300,000 people for dead. And you can't tell them not different. You could have talked a little more. You can't tell them, say not to the people them a practice voodoo, why God lick them. And right now, if a hurricane ever lick them, all the gay guys them better left Jamaica. All the gay guys them better left Jamaica because there's no way a man can tell me, say, if a hurricane lick Jamaica now, Christian mind people now go say, yeah man, and the gay guy them cause hurricane for lick, so you know, I could go after them. You know, say, in the time, in the medieval times, in Europe, when the Black Plague killed off almost 3/4 of the population of white people, when the Black Plague hit it, you know what the Christian-minded people was doing? They was going around killing other people, saying, all those who disbelieve, who don't believe in a Jesus Christ, it's them caused the plague. Rather than try to find out the root cause of the plague, you know, for them thinking, these are supposed to be people who are supposed to be intelligent, you know. These people was going around killing non-believers, saying it's them cause the plague will come upon them. The Black Plague will take over the whole of Europe. And that thinking in a religion to the point where if something natural happen, people say it's an act of God. And this act of God represents devastation where people, children, old people, and all these kind of people. And most of the time it's people who pray to God to get the brunt of these so-called act of God. When a hurricane or a flood or rain come heavy or earthquake come, most of the time it's the same people them will go to church. Most of the time it's them feel the brunt of it. Yet still people come and tell you say God have punished the nation for the wickedness, and you have some preacher in a Jamaica will put the people them in such a fear and tell them say the reason why the hurricane come and mash up the place is because God has shown us how they must turn to Jesus Christ. Terrible thing. And them now show you say it's most of the people them who go to church feel the brunt of the hurricane. So you have a hurricane lick all certain place. You have a weight name the other day, a earthquake lick in a way. Some people are saying, I'm most some wickedness of them people they are going with, you know. Jamaica is so blessed. I read to that you know. And she tell me about all of the places them where hurricane come and earthquake come and everything. I said, well, Jamaica is so blessed. Jamaica so blessed, eh? Jamaica so blessed. What chance we got, man? You know, hypocrites. You know, dangerous, man. Dangerous people, them. When religion have you think in a that way, you know, say, it's sick, you're sick. When people are killed because of what them call natural disaster, and you turn around and say, in a your little narcissistic, egotistic way, and say, it's because the people them wicked, why them feel that. I remember two church in St. Elizabeth, you know. The hurricane lick off one at the top of the church, you know, and the people them over there at church, you know, in a them sick mind, you know. I said, but you see them people over there, so? You see, say God lick off them the hurricane, lick off them all top of the thing, because them not nice, them is not nice people over there. The same hurricane swipe down the other church too, you know. The same hurricane will lick off the top of the roof of the church over the one side of the road. And the same hurricane come in at the same time when the hurricane are lick. The same year when we hear where the man named Al Miller, where Al Miller say our prayers move the hurricane from Kingston. And that same hurricane, I don't remember the name of the hurricane, you know. I think Hurricane Ivan or one of them hurricanes did really a leak. Where him say it is the most egotistic thing I ever hear. That a man, you know, a mere man who feels that him have some divine connection with nature. I tell the people them say, it's pray why the hurricane never leak Kingston. Because him live at Kingston. And then the hurricane go at St. Elizabeth. And match up most of those them at St. Elizabeth that the hypocrite them over one church that declares to the other people them over there. So why the hurricane lick the people them over there? So I show them not believe in a God and I show them wicked and empty. And I the same hurricane lick for them church. Same hurricane lick for them church. You see this thing I name religion? May I tell you, man, this religion make you feel a man can live in a whale belly for 3 days and 3 nights. Oi, terrible. You realize, most of the wars them that has been fought in the world was fought over land. And then most of the wars them was instigated by religious people. Yeah. Why you look Mandito, you know? Why you look Mandito? Believe you people why you look Mandito. Hey Mandito, trust me man. I was at the Charlestown celebration Saturday and Sunday. Well, Saturday was what I was there about, but Sunday, Mandito and me sit down and talk. Well, we talk religion, theology, for hours and hours and hours. Why you look Mandito? May I tell you, the man that was living in a bondage. We want to play one of the biggest African artists coming out of Africa. An albino named Salif Keita from Mali. And trust me, man, anytime see the man I perform, you know, sure. But I don't know people, we so narrow down to America, you know. Would I love to see all the man I perform in Jamaica, you know. Believe you me, you know. Would I love to see the man I perform in Jamaica. Because when the man I perform is a performance, you know. It's like the other day with the Gambia, and I'm say 50 Kora players. For those of you who don't know what is a Kora, you know, go look on your computer. It's a big gourd with look like a guitar, but it have a big gourd at the bottom with 21 string. Now can you imagine 50 man stand up on a stage and I play Kora music, Rasta? Oh gosh, man, it's the sweetest thing ever see, man. We need to have some kind of cultural experience outside of America. We full up of too much American cultural expression, man. And nobody no want to take the chance to divert from this imperialism, the American imperialism, and search outside of America. The only time you hear some other little thing is if some little Chinese bring some Chinese thing to satisfy the Chinese way. And you know, I mean, like, we don't have no promoter in a Jamaica where search for Africa. Most of them are search for any artist where it in America because at that the youth them exposed to. Them no want expose the youth them or anyone, not even youth them, to anything outside of America. You yourself, you have to go, you have to travel to recognize that. When you go to South Africa, them tell you that the city of Johannesburg is built over diamond and gold mines. Underneath the streets, you will find the tunnels where them used to dig diamond and gold under the city of Johannesburg. But Salif Keita is one of them artists where from Mali where draw thousands of people at his concerts. He's always touring. You know, when him born, him family reject him because them feel, them realize him is albino, and you have certain places in Africa where albino is not recognized as real people. Just like how you that's a Dundus out here, so. And people don't even like Dundus past them. You talk about phobia. You talk about phobia. People have a phobia about Dundus, you know, in a Jamaica, you know. Yeah, man, a yellow man rise up Dundus in a Jamaica, you know. Yellow man rise up Dundus in a Jamaica and make people recognize that people are people on the level there. But this bridge, you know, we're going to play now, is a very famous artist out of Mali. His name is Salif Keita. For those of us who know music, search for music outside of the American experience, and search in Africa for African experience, we know what we are talking about when we say Salif Keita. One of the problems where people might have with different cultures is that, for instance, Salif Keita now is singing in French, and people are going to say, I don't understand what I'm saying, you know. You know, so we have been going to Europe for years and years and years, and artists have been going to Europe for years and years and years, and they on the stage have perform in a day Jamaican vernacular, and them never change how them talk on stage. Yet still, people recognize a certain vibration that comes from the music and recognize the music. That we keep going back to Europe and performing to some places where people never even go in a Jamaica yet. But eventually the people them understand what the Jamaican are say. Now, for people who are talking about them don't understand languages, English language is the least spoken language in the Caribbean. English language is the least spoken language in the Caribbean. If you don't understand what I say, there are 3 main languages in the Caribbean: French, Spanish, and English. Well, English language come third in all of that. Now, when I look on where I go on in the world today, you know, and I look on this language what them call French, and I see that the whole of North Africa talk French, parts of West Africa talk French, and most of the Caribbean talk French. I say, I should have don't know French already. It's lazy. Somebody should have beat me if you don't learn French. I did have a youth from Senegal that teach me French, and I reach a certain distance and run left it, and I never run left it neither. It's him go away. Then I did vex with my Rastafari that I tell him, say, you know, say if me have to try between learning Amharic and French, would I learn French easier and quicker, and would I prefer learn French? Because language is supposed to be communicative, and you can't attack a language where it's only if you go to that country, you speak that language. And I don't know nobody else outside of Ethiopia will speak Amharic, unless him come from Ethiopia. Yet still I know the whole of North Africa. As a matter of fact, the second language that Haile Selassie knew and studied was French. Is a man from Guadeloupe. Is a man from Guadeloupe teach Haile Selassie French. And when I circle the whole thing, I see the whole of North Africa attack French. Come right down to West Africa there too. And we are talking about West Africa, we are talking about places like Senegal, Ivory Coast, Guinea, Benin, Togo, all of them places there. A French them talk. But we get so claustrophobic. We get claustrophobic in a certain thing so much that it's hard to come outside, you know. It's hard to really come outside. And I tell you, say, I stand up and enjoy Zulu concert where Zulu attack them Zulu, and I don't understand what the Zulu them I say. I stand up and listen to French artists black artists were African, where I sing reggae in a French, and I enjoyed very much. And we don't have to know, we so narrow that it weird. It weird. Oh, we know why I hear nothing else but English. It's like most people. Well, come on, Palestine. We know why I hear that. What am I saying? I remember the first time when we used to start play African music. People always call me and say, "Most but me not understand me. So where you play that for?" I believe you, Vida. You see, culture. One of the things them that you can understand people from, without going to the country, is through their music. One of the ways that you can understand people without going to them country is listening to their music. Because the music tells so much things about the heartbeat of the people them who create that music. The music is what drive the cultural expression of most countries. And if you listen to the music of the different countries, you will just you might just get an insight into how the people them, how the culture is. Yes. People listen to Jamaican music and don't come to Jamaica. You know what people in Europe going to flock this summer between June and September. You know what people going to flock to concerts in Europe where a lot of Jamaican artists will be performing. And they have never been to Jamaica. Never been to Jamaica. But they will share stage with Jamaicans and play the music like Jamaicans and eat like Jamaicans and even go on like Jamaicans because they came in contact with the music. It is the music first that shed light on Jamaicans abroad and in Jamaica. It is the music. It's the music that put Jamaica on the map all over the world. So the music have a very important part to play in how you perceive people. So we who connect to internet, you should go on the computer and put in KEITA SALIF. I do name backward. SALIF KEITA Salif Keita from Mali. Great musician. Great musician. We want to go to our next great musician, where we have become friends with over the years. As a matter of fact, we actually do a tune with him that is played in Africa, but he's now part of the government in Senegal, which is the next French-speaking African country too. Yes, most of the people that talk French, ironically, I do a poetry reading in Senegal, and everybody in there understand what I say. You'll never believe it. And these people talk French, and I can't talk French, and them talk English, and them talk them other language too. That is the point I do, You have a little youth on the road in Africa. Understand what you say, and you talk English. And he must talk a French, him talk, normally talk French, and him have him tribal language. And him understand what you are saying. And when he must talk in a field language, or he must talk in a European language, French, you can't understand what he must say. The weirdest thing. A little youth on the road, in the street. When he want you follow him, go somewhere, he want to tell you something, your ear must spit out the language clear, like him come from Jamaica. And you didn't know, all you can talk is your little Jamaican dialect, or trying to speak English, or trying to grab for some French word where you pick up by the way. May I tell you, man, them set it away. Speaking of the African artists, I have never met an artist that plays reggae. That them great, that don't feel that them have to come to Jamaica one time in their life. Them greatest desire is to come to Jamaica. Every artist that I meet who play reggae, them desire is to come to Jamaica. And them listen to Jamaican music like, wow. I mean, listen. Them listen to it. It's so Americanized, you know. We're so Americanized, and we not blame nobody still because we're near to America and the American influence is so big. Because even in Africa you go, you see the American influence. But there's something about the necessity to connect to Africa and Jamaica that we over here, so we take this thing off a joke, Rasta. We take it like say it's a non-entity thing that at Jamaica we come from, everybody love Jamaica. We are so arrogant in our perception of ourselves that it's not funny. So this version named Yoso Endor is one of the biggest artists in West Africa. Cause, you know, we have one of the biggest artists all over the place. You know, you have a man, you have Lucky Dube, you have Alpha Blonde, you have Salif Keita, you have Yoso Endor. All of them four man, they at some time or another play reggae music. Well, Lucky Dube is a man who play pure reggae music. Alpha Blonde play pure reggae music, really. Most of the music them is reggae. Salif Keita, he play reggae music, but not as much. And Yoso Endor, he play reggae music. As a matter of fact, he have a whole album named Kingston to Dakar. Dakar is the capital of Senegal. Well, Yoso Endor right now, when America did attack Iraq, and him find say them did a kill a whole lot of people in Iraq, him make a oath say, him not go back to America. Him not go back to America. Him a Muslim. But when him say not go back to America, him never go tour America. I said him not go back, but him not tour. Well, now we see him as part of, him as advisor to the president in Senegal, but the music continue to shine. And when I'm well popular music that most people might know is when I make with a sister named Nina Cherry. Nina Cherry, and he make this music here. So we're going to play this popular music here by Yoso Endor. We talk about the African artists them, where people tend not to hear them that much over this side. But they're making very serious impact. As a matter of fact, the artists them will play already, you know, is artists where when them go to America, sold out. And you can't put them in a little club neither. It's not like a reggae artist where you say, you go in a club and 300-400 people. No. You can't put all your son in a club. No, you have to put him in a theater and big hall and arenas and these places. So even though we don't hear about them here, so the thing is that, you know, meanwhile we have focused on America and a graph from America, you know. Other cultures seep into America and is accepted by America, including Jamaican culture. But we who is the African artists or the African people is drawn to American culture and also what Jamaica has to offer. The thing is that now, meanwhile, America and Africa is absorbing American culture. The African them absorb American culture, Jamaican culture, and the American them absorb Jamaican culture and African culture. We also just absorb American culture. No, we are telling frightening Rasta. It's scary. America absorb Jamaican culture and African culture. The African them absorb American culture and Jamaican culture. And the Jamaican just absorb American culture. You know, there's something wrong with that. Somebody have played trick pan on Rasta, believe you me. So, you have this group, you know, in a South Africa named Lady Smith, Black Mombasa, out of a place named Lady Smith in a South Africa there. And it's a gospel group, But them gospel, them transcend gospel and gone into pop and all these things. And the man that make them popular was a brother named Paul Simon. Make them known worldwide, because I'm going to South Africa and make an album with them. But them stand on them own as 10 artists who travel without musician. The 10 of them is like a choir. It's like Lady Smith Black Mombasa is actually a Christian choir. But as we say, them transcend music, them transcend just being Christian. Them sing all kind of different songs. Songs for the struggle of African people and for South Africans. Plus them sing them other kind of songs and them get big. I mean, I tell you, I don't know how somebody not bring Lady Smith come to Jamaica yet. I can't understand. I don't know how the South African embassy, I say the South African embassy, I bring African artists here sometime. I am going to plead to the High Commissioner. She's a very nice lady. I am going to plead to her to please, one at a time, just like how I say America bring Sweet Honey in the Rock, which is our a cappella group. I'd love them bring Lady Smith Black Mombasa to Jamaica. Believe you me, one of the sweetest group you will ever see on stage. And that's the next thing too. You can go up on YouTube and see them performance. You can go up on YouTube and see Lady Smith Black Mombasa performing. Sweet. Lady Smith Black Mombasa. So we're going to play our next Lady Smith Black Mombasa. We're going to play a piece where they are accompanied by music, with music. I have no doubt about that. Give you me. So we're going through the pieces of the African artists, African musicians, where we seem not to hear because we're not really identifying with Africa to that level. That consciousness is not there with us. But we play the African music because we don't want to get bogged down into the Americanization of our thinking. So we try to expose, for years now, we try to expose the Jamaican people to music outside the realms of America, as they would say. So here's an artist I know where is from Nigeria. He died several years ago. But, you know, Sly and Robbie has done, I don't know if them can count how much artists in the world them back that is not Jamaican. This is Sly and Robbie with Fela Ransom Kote. Yeah, so a virgin from Ghana, we have been on the program here too. He is also a doctor. And when we have been on the program, we did talk about the Ebola thing and how Ghana, when all the artists them, well not all of the artists them, when a whole heap of artists that say them now go to Africa because them afraid to catch Ebola. We are talking to him about it and he was all laughing because I wonder what the hell them talking about. When Ghana was not, there was no case of Ebola in Ghana. Well, him came here and did Rebel Salute. He was on Rebel Salute. His name is Kenny Lanty. We want to play a Kenny Lanty here now, brand new. Me I tell you, say Ed Sheeran supposed to smile, you know. Me say Ed Sheeran supposed to smile. You know much reggae version of that tune, yeah? Me account nearly 10 years now, you know. How much your count already? How much your count already, Brian?
I know that one, I know Vegas, I know Dana, I know and youth, I know about 5.
Lucky D.
That makes 6. With me,
no, know. You don't know. What name there? Vegas. You count Vegas already. That Virginia too. You have a daughter named Adele Acme, and you have the same brother who sing it originally in beating a reggae too, you know. Ed Sheeran. How much that? And that may I show you. You have ladies too.
Ladies, I'm not here.
And me hear what you name there sing it other night too, you know. I don't know if you put it for a record, Queen Africa. Yeah man, I don't know where that tune that draws out. Hey, you saw when we done West Street, I play that tune. We can't play it one time, you know. I do, man, they beg to me, you know. Hey, you see, alright, first of all, you tell me I play, I put out this tune there, the original Ed Sheeran tune. I do, man, then start to scream. And it reached halfway. I hit it all 3-4 man come and say, Musa. I saw them do them finger, you know. They can never show you say, what? Wheel it up. You see, if you ever make it up, go and play, and now wheel it up. Them look for you like they want to speed by you, sir. You know, man. That's true, they have a magic in it. That's true, they have a magic in it when it comes to the woman, them especially. They love it, gone to bed, man. All we are going, you know, is the first, somebody can call me and correct me, but it's the first I ever hear a foreign tune make, and so much reggae version I come out, not even a year after. It's the first I ever hear a foreign tune draw so much reggae version. Believe you me. And now we are talking about Africa now, and we are talking about America now, and England. We have a version from England. Yeah, one sister, what's her name? A white woman named Adele Ali. Yeah, I think Adele Ali. She have a version, and the amount of version we out here so. Believe you me, it draw many artists I sing this tune here. And what so? So, you know, so we can't play the African music or the African artists and don't play this African artist here who all I'm tuning them are reggae. I just reggae him work with. The late Lucky Dube. Tell the people about this thing here. This is it's like goose, you know, when I want to say goosebump come over here and it make you feel like, you know, me almost feel nervous. So we go to Montreal and somebody say, hey, you know, they have a festival down the road there. And Lucky Dube there on the festival. Me say, what? Lucky Dube? Me say, we come clear Montreal and I go see Lucky Dube. All right. So them take me and carry me going to the festival. About couple thousand people, about 5,000 people. They're at the festival. I saw them in the middle of the crowd there and the first one me hear Lucky Dube start talk about Musa Baruka on the stage. Me I tell you, me start scratch all my skin all over the place now because I can't believe it. Because I don't know something there. You don't know something there, you know. I'm still looking at the middle of the crowd there and I hear the youths take about 5 minutes to talk about me, you know, and then the people them say, them will carry me, go around on the backstage, go say acting. But, like we didn't know him already still from South Africa. But, trust me, it's a feeling, Rasta, when you stand up in a crowd and hear an African musician stand up in front of several thousand white people and I talk about you, you know, yes, it's weird. People. And I talk about you, you know, yes, it's weird. Yes. You know what I'm saying? In South Africa, some man, about 5 youths ambush Lucky Dube car and kill him. We are told that when the youth them hear say Lucky Dube them kill, man, it's like, wow, them couldn't believe it. Says Lucky Dube them kill. Trust me. Serious thing. Cutting edge.
Musa Baruka.
You're blessed, man.
You don't say that thing when Lucky Dube say will always stick with me, you know. They don't build no schools anymore.
All them build is prison.
Yeah. But Musa.
Hello?
Yeah, Musa.
Yeah.
There's an African artist as well, you know, you have to play some Musa Baruka from the South Africa album.
Alright, we're going to kill one of them. We're going to kill one, yeah?
Yeah, man, and some Brenda Fassie.
Oh, Brenda Fassie. Okay, South Africa again.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, man.
Last thing, Musa.
Yeah.
You have a brethren named Dr. Phil Valentine. You know about him?
Oh, you mean if you know about him, man?
Oh, alright.
Yeah, we know Dr. Valentine, man.
That's it.
Yeah, man. Alright. I know, so we were supposed to interview Dr. Sebi tonight, and we never get the number. Believe you me. But you know, the Dr. Sebi are coming at the 5th. July, yes. Right down in our Ocho Real Castle, Turtle Beach. What do you call the place? Turtle Beach Park? Turtle River Park? Yeah, the 5th, yes. Yes, Cutting Edge.
Yes, for years and years, from the 60s and 70s, I've been listening to you, man. Very interesting program. There's only one person missing tonight.
Yeah.
It's our little man here. So always come to Jamaica. Him come here and make up. He used to stay at the... Oh, Lord, the name of the hotel in Kingston.
No, you have to tell me him name. Not tell me the name of the hotel. Tell me him name.
Lord.
Can't remember.
From South Africa, man, the best trumpeter.
You Masikela.
You
then I first to play, man. I first to play, man.
Eh?
I first to play.
I missed it, man.
We're going to play the next one for you. We're going to play the next one for you.
I'm going to play a special one if you have it. It make a tune called Terra Nova.
Terra Nova?
Yeah, man, he used to see Terra Nova.
Okay.
Make a tune.
Yeah, I know him used to go and neglect too, but alright, I'll go look for it.
I call Terra Nova and I have it.
Alright, I'll go look for it.
Lovely, man, alright.
If I can't find a play Grazing in the Grass for you, most popular song.
I mean, no, but you know,
Terra Nova.
Right, look for Terra Nova.
Alright.
All the best, my brother.
Yeah, man.
Take care.
I know, say, I have 2 daughters. We are talking about Lucky Dube. I have 2 daughters with on the reggae scene too, you know. Well, she always up on the festival, them. But this one, you know, we're going to play. Trust me. Sweet. Lucky Dube daughter, yes. The daughter of the late, great Lucky Dube. Bunji Dube from South Africa. So you would call me a while ago and say we must play Brenda Fassie. You know, Brenda Fassie, drugs overdose, let go her life. She was one of the most popular female artists coming out of South Africa outside of Miriam Makeba. You know, we can't leave this interlude and don't play Miriam Makeba. But we're going to play Brenda Fassie first. And we still look for that song with a man named Terra Nova. Alright, so we look for it now. Believe you, you know we can't find it. You know, sometimes somebody asks me to play a tune and I can't find it, you know. And the worst thing, you know, I know, say, if I from now till next week, I'm going to find that tune away. Unless it don't name so, you know, but if it really names so, and you, Masikela, do it, me, I go find it. At this moment, me can't find it, but me not like when people ask me to play a song and me can't find it. Believe you me not like it. So, Brenda Fassie, the brethren, the youth asked me to play Brenda Fassie, and Brenda Fassie, here goes. Yes, we are carrying through the pages of the African artists and all them, well, I have said them, we get so Americanized that we strain out all of the other cultural expression that is nearer to it and take up the Americanization of a culture. And we don't recognize the other countries in the Caribbean and time it come on to language, given that English is the least spoken language in the Caribbean. You know, for those of you who don't know, we're going to say it again. You have French, Spanish, and English. English is the least spoken language in the Caribbean. But it would have looked like everybody talk English, which truly and truly, a whole heap of people talk English. The problem with it is that if you go to Haiti, you have a whole heap of people who understand English. And if you go at Cuba, you have a whole heap of people who understand English. Not very many people understand French or Spanish in Jamaica. Sometimes you have to go to school, go study that. And it's the same thing now when we come on to the cultural expression. Africa, in our DNA, but we don't really know much about Africa. All we know is that we come here as slaves. But as I said before, when you listen to the music of the people, you get a little understanding, a little inway into the culture of the people. Because it's the music carry the culture of the people, them. No matter which people, the music carry the culture of the people, them, all over. So we who is in Jamaica must recognize the importance of culture. Because all the disciplines them that you can study derive from culture, even religion. Religion come from culture. It's not culture come from religion. It's religion come from culture. Before there were any religion, there were culture, there were the way of life of people. And out of those cultures come concepts and ideas about God and the devil. So we recognize the music as a tributary to understanding people's culture. That is why now we present this kind of format to make you realize we get stuck and we need to come out of the mud. We need to come out of the mud because the rest of the world is understanding us and still maintain for them thing. Because even though you hear them people are sing reggae, when you see them fall back in them own Zulu tradition, or in case of the Ghana, either Akan, or in a Nigeria, Yoruba. You know, we are told the Prime Minister of Ivory Coast tell me the other day, say, Miss Akan. Can you believe that? I never know, say, the Ghanaian, the nations of Ghana spread so far to where you have the Prime Minister of Ivory Coast is an Akan. And then you have the other nations, them trickle down, so like Mali, you have the Tuareg people, them, and then you come down, you have Sierra Leone, where Sierra Leone speaking English, a lot of Jamaicans in a Freetown English, and they come back to Jamaica too, yes. So it's enough things outside of slavery that we need to understand. And this program is where it begins, the understanding. So we're going to still maintain Brenda Fassie on the turntable here. Most popular young artist, female artist out of South Africa. Died a couple of years ago. So the youth to ask if you play Brenda Fassie, say most of you African artists to play one of the African song. Play one of the African song them. Well, you know, say we make an album from that side of the world, you know. Over the period that we record in history, we have been making albums and trying to get it in Africa. Well, we did decide between me and my brethren named David, who used to live in Ethiopia and then moved to South Africa. We decided, say, well, I moved to try and make an album in Africa and make it come over that side of the world, reverse the thing. Instead of making it to reach into Africa, you make it into Africa, trying to reach over here. Well, we really never released it in the West still, but it has been distributed in Africa quite a long time, you know. As a matter of fact, all of the CD them we make over the years is distributed in Africa. We make sure of that. We make sure of that because we couldn't just concentrate on America as usual, which most one concentrate on. But we did feel, say, we did have to find a record company in Africa to distribute our CD them. And we did find one. As a matter of fact, the one and only Sumfest. and I tell the promoter this too, you know, I tell him this too. The one and only Sumfest that I was on 1993. Them decided them now put me back on Sumfest because of that performance. But I guarantee you that I am the only artist who ever performed on Sumfest where have a DVD of the performance and it's still collecting money from that Sumfest far because of the DVD that has been distributed in Africa. So every time we go to Africa and we go to that record company, you can rest assured say, if we never carry the money down to South Africa, we have money to serve it till we left there. Because that DVD is still there selling. 1993, Mutabaruka live and Sumfest. Still going strong in South Africa. Well, this CD I know, my brethren and me produce the CD. You know, I'm living in South Africa. The first time I go to South Africa was 2002. And from that time until now, I think out of that time, about 3 times we not go. 3 years we not go out of that from 2002. And we have grown to love South Africa, especially Durban, where them say Shaka the Zulu come from. And we grow to love Winnie Mandela as a liberation freedom fighter. So, in honor of Johannesburg, we made this tune named Girl Called Johannesburg. A girl from Johannesburg. Yours truly. It really feels good to know that you can make an album that is distributed in Africa and people long to get it over this side of the world in the West here. Because when we make CDs from here, the people in Africa will want to get it. But because the distribution, artists not really interested for the music distributed other than in Europe and in America. Like say, Europe and America is the only place them that listen to our music. So we decided that we were going to make an album for glorify the African continent. When I was a youth, the African music that I heard was very limited. And I think, if I can remember, the next tune that I am going to play is the song that opened African music to the pop scene, to the Western world. And it is done by a woman named Miriam Makeba. When you go to South Africa, them tell you that the city of Johannesburg is built over diamond and gold mines. Underneath the streets, you will find the tunnels where them used to dig diamond and gold under the city of Johannesburg.
Alright.
I did.
Yeah, man, Changaben, Spanish Town.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know, the tune where you play. You play a tune where the man say, yes, them born.
Yeah, A Piece of Ground, Miriam Makeba.
What name?
A Piece of Ground by Miriam Makeba.
Miriam Makeba.
Yeah, A Piece of Ground it name.
Alright, Rastafari.
I did.
Hello?
Yeah, blessing.
Hi, Cutting. This is Banky from Gambia.
Okay, how you doing, man?
I'm fine.
You in Jamaica? You sound like you in Jamaica.
No.
Where you calling from?
No, I'm calling from Gambia, West Africa.
Ah, sweet. Yes, sir. Talk to me.
I just wanted to say, do you have any plans personally of making your show easier to access for people not in Jamaica?
Well, them they on YouTube.
Yeah, that comes afterwards. It was one of your shows that you introduced some people in UK SLR radio. That's where I'm getting it from today.
Yeah, but YouTube and they have an archive. They have an IRFM archives too.
Okay. So
The IRFM archives.
IRFM themselves are not planning to make it easier to connect to IRFM online. I see they have.
No, you can get it online, man. You subscribe to it and you get it.
Okay, so I'm in Gambia. Where's the credit card to even subscribe? I think the work that you do is bigger than just subscribing. Sometimes that part of it is not available, especially to people in Africa. The topics that you deal with, I think, would be very useful. And, having to provide a credit card is just going to knock out a whole...
Well, the alternative is to go on YouTube, because I have some YouTube that record the whole thing and put it on YouTube.
Okay. But so you personally don't have any plans of trying to make that easier? Because it's still a mission to go on YouTube and
what is the mission? Tell me what is the mission. No, man, no mission not there, man. I'll let you lazy, man. You go on YouTube, you see the thing. When we do tonight, by Friday, you see it on YouTube.
I'm sure. I've been getting it from Romain Green and Duke Basie. But I'm saying if you want to reach the masses, those people, it's not everybody that's on YouTube yet.
So what is the other alternative? Tell me.
So there are a few radio stations in Gambia, and they all do this
that is the next thing now. Not everybody listens to the few radio stations in Gambia. Are you talking about Gambia specifically?
No, yeah, but I'm trying to propose something that might work everywhere else. Yeah. Right now what we have is the radio stations locally connect to BBC at some points in the day.
So you're talking about syndication. You're talking about syndication.
Yeah, yes, I'm talking about syndication.
Yeah, well, I'm talking to some ones in England to work it out in other places. But, it's a long process.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a long process.
Okay, well, I mean, I know how to get the stuff, and like I said, I'm getting it now from SLR. But maybe you can also be talking about, for people who don't know that yet, the people who get it on YouTube, if they knew they could get it on TuneIn Radio or something. Once in a while, just mention it so that more people will connect. I think you'll find that you have...
Yeah, so I can ask you a question now. You are listening it right now through SLR from London?
Yes, I'm in Gambia, but in one of your shows you talked to some people that were on SLR, and I decided to get SLR on TuneIn Radio. And I set a reminder on my phone, and it was 3 in the morning, I think, that it starts. It's 3 to 7 in Gambia. I got the reminder, and I was up. I said, let me listen. I called earlier and I spoke to the lady that put me through to you just now, and she said, yes, you'll be taking calls later. But I'm just saying that if it's not somebody that really wants to listen to you, they're going to
They're not going through the trouble.
And the thing that you're dealing with is so important that I think it should be made more accessible.
Yes. All right, I agree with you. All right, well, you know, I'd like me to come to Gambia next year.
Again, I met you last year.
You met me see there. Well, I'm coming next year again, man. I
ambushed you. You came to the stadium, you sat down, and I just came and sat next to you. This was in the evening.
All right, sir.
But yeah, I mean, I would be happy to meet you and make it more formal, maybe.
Yeah, man, we can talk about it too. We can talk about what you just said a while ago too.
Okay, but so how do I reach you when you're not on the radio?
Well, I can't give you my number, but you have to call back the operator and get it.
Okay, I'll do that.
My email address, any one of them.
You do email?
Yeah, man, I do email. You know, so I on the radio, you know. I do all radio to on TV.
Okay.
All right.
Up and call again.
And communication we are talking about, you know. Communication we are working with, yes.
All right, thank you.
You're African that take liberty with me, Rasta. All right. All right, sir. Call back the radio station and get the number.
I'll do that. Thank you.
All right. The African that take liberty with me, man. The African say you do email too. I can't take the liberty there too, you know. I can't take them liberty there. All right. For sure you say Africa not so backward. You hear the man I say? Okay. You Masikela. But we talk about the stimuli. We talk about the other tune, you know. Believe you me, we talk about the other tune.
Yes, sir. They listen to the show, you know.
Yeah.
They listen to African music, you know.
Yeah, man, give songs.
Yeah. Long time listener.
All right.
Anyway, you know, I have 3 artists from out of Ghana I'm a link with. I'm here in Jamaica now.
Yeah.
But I have 3 artists from out of Ghana would like a little promotion here.
What them name?
In Jamaica.
What the artist them name?
One of them named Sean Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's very big in Ghana, you know. He have a huge fan base, Sean Taylor. You know? you have a next one named Militant. Yeah? And the next one named Canilante.
Well, we just played him a while ago.
Who, Canilante?
Yeah, man, him did the Rep Salute, you know.
Okay.
We don't just play him, we did have him on the program late last year, we did have him on the program.
Okay, you know, say him have a good tune with Queen of Africa.
Yeah, they were not, but you're late, man.
It's a bit late.
From last year, them tune they run, man. From last year, them tune they play.
Real.
We have him album, you know. We have him album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that means we have the two. We can focus on them two. That Sean Taylor and Militant.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, what them CD them? What the CD them there?
Well, actually, you know, it's on. I get them to email the songs them to email. So I wonder if I could email them to you.
Yeah, man. You walk. Where you walk in the middle of the morning, yeah? I catch you, man. You walk.
Yeah, man. So, how would I get your email?
Call the operator and make me email, man.
What's the call the operator?
Yeah.
All right.
I hope she know it. Yeah, all right.
Are you J-Con, yeah?
Yeah, all right. So let me talk about the tune again. All right, yes. So the people that make me talk about the tune, let me know. That's that, sure. I'm one of the people that hear the tune, let me know. Yeah, so we do a program like this. Yeah, that's the first to do a program like this.
Hi, this is Banky from Gambia.
Oriented to something other than the American thinking. Because we get so Americanized now that we feel, say, if it not happen in America, it not happen. You see them things that we are do happening in America. Yeah, man. This is not a unique program. You have radio stations in America that feature African music. Maybe not like how we are doing it or so, but them feature it. And these artists what we just play is the more popular artists in the African marketplace, musical African marketplace. So we just say that this is the age where you can just log on by internet, you know, and find a tune. You go look for African music, you see so much African artists. I mean, we only play the popular ones, them apart from the brethren from Ghana, where most ones don't really know still, but we've tried to play the popular one, them, for orient you, but you have so much other artists, I mean, thousands of artists from Africa, where it's very, very popular. Not only in Africa, but in America too. And it just so happened that we here just pigeonhole ourselves. It hurtful, you know, it hurtful, man, when you have so much things that go on in Africa, around Africa, that people go on like say, every time you talk about Africa, it's sufferation, you must talk about and slavery. There's more to Africa than slavery and sufferation. 50 odd country in Africa. Africa is a continent. Africa is a continent. And we have to recognize it as such. That means that not because something happened over there, so it means it happened down there, so too. You know, see, every country have them different ways and different things. A work out. So we play South African music. We switch and go over, and we play music from over Ivory Coast. We switch and we go over to Ghana. You know, there's so much other countries we can't switch and go over to, you know, but time does not allow us to do that. We just try to bring across a point. We are bring across a point. We are say the exploration of Africa, when you don't travel there, one of the ways to explore it is through the music of Africa. We can know Africa through the music if we are not fortunate like artists, Jamaican artists who is paid and also them airfares paid to go to Africa. You can explore Africa. There's so much different ways to explore Africa now that you can't say you never know again. You understand? So we do our little part. We play our little part. And we hope so the little part that we play is connecting.
For that sunshine in Congo, a flaming torch, she lit up the place so bright.
I tell you, man, them the break, they for blow them the trumpet. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, blessed.
Yes, Muta.
Highway.
What happened? Highway, yeah, man. Good news for me again. Got a grandson Monday. The 22nd of June, you know, so...
What, in Jamaica, in England?
No, in England, London.
Okay.
Yeah, so another one joined the African army, you know.
All right, so give thanks. Right.
Yes, because as you know, the racists, the Europeans and Arabs over the centuries tried to exterminate the African race, but we're still here populating and multiplying, you know. So congratulations to my son and his missus. For giving Mandingo another grandson again, you know.
How much you have now? How much grandson you have? How much grandson you have?
Well, several, you know, and I go get the strength of the army over the years.
What the man say, man? Be yourself, man. I mean, I'll get over the years.
Yeah, man.
All right,
several. And listen, Laxicombe is here.
Laxicombe is in England?
He's in London, yes, man. Look for him and take him out and things. So Lax is here for a short spell, you know, visiting his son who is in London, and one of his daughter who is an architect who lives in the States, Selena. She has come over. And guess what Lax's son name? Lance. Like him brother who went Kingston Technical with us. Lance Comrie.
You know, the Saturday Kingston Technical have a thing of waterfalls with Merton. We are take part tonight too. Yeah, we are take part tonight.
Yes, I see where you play the music. I'm quite appropriate.
No, I know me I play the music. I'm Merton, I play the music.
What? Them
say me
text you as a Kingston Technical man a play at a Kingston Technical.
No, me a present of different things. No, well, me don't know what kind of thing that. Them don't know so me play music.
No, the wrong thing that because
Merton night till I Merton me grew up with and Merton me grew up with when me got Kingston Technical.
No. You know say I know say you grew up with Merton. See? But you play music. So you were supposed to dip on the bill to play to represent Kingston Technical. I mean, you don't fight against KC because Winston used to go KC and Winston I'm a brethren too. Because remember, me and you play all a Mako thing, you know.
Well, next time we can correct that. So wait there, you didn't listen to the program? You didn't listen to the program?
Yeah, I catch the part where I reason with a brethren from Gambia about radio station.
Yeah, we are talking about the music.
And that type of thing.
Well, what we are doing, we are present some African artists. We show the people them say things are going in Africa. And we kind of disconnected from Africa. And we gone so much Americanized that we feel say the only place we can get certain culture outside of our culture is in America. So we play the African music and presenting the African artists to the people then. Especially the more known.
True. In fact, what I agree with, I heard that and I agree, is that whilst, for example, reggae is one of the music of the African from Jamaica. Soul, jazz, music of the Africans from the States. And we have music of the Africans from Cuba and things. But what I love with what you are doing is playing music from artists in the motherland and from the motherland right now. So, you know, I thoroughly endorse and support that because it's all African music, but as you say, there's a tendency by people who have been miseducated to only focus on the music of the Africans from the States.
No, not sometimes not even the Africans from the States them are focused on. Is anybody where Billboard put up there, whether them black or them white, is anybody where put Billboard, is where Billboard put up there?
Well, my thing with Billboard, you know, just like the Grammy, you know, is that Billboard and Grammy created by Europeans to push them cultural imperialism. See? And to want to dictate to Africans who is the best in our music and that type of thing. I don't respect Grammy and Billboard, you know, because it's a thing that them create to push their thing. And at this point, I remember Junior Reid some years ago do an excellent tune name sign up where him criticize accurately how Billboard and the whole racist culture and imperialism and thing. No European guy from States or European girl from States, Britain or anywhere, can tell me what is best in my African music.
But Mandingo,
Mother Africa thing,
Mandingo, we are going to do, you know. The program so done, I want to continue the journey with the depot, with the music.
Right,
so we're not cut you off, you know, but we just say,
no,
we want to continue the journey.
Me know.
Some people have to do some things that I want to do.
For my grandson.
Yeah, man, give thanks, brethren.
Give thanks.
Yeah.
All right, Muta.
Yeah. Mandingo, man. Me and him used to go Kingston Technical, and we have just I say, the oldies, Kingston Technical oldies, them, wanna go up to Waterfall this Saturday, where the Kingston Technical High School will be having a session there, and I will be there, and Merton will be there. And I remember listen to Cutting from, you know. You might listen to a radio station in England who are broadcasting the program right now. So you must know how the technology going on. See, a radio station in England tune into IRFM and transmitting it. And a man in a Gambia and listen to IRFM through a radio station in England. Oh, big thing that. I tell you. I say give thanks to the moment, give thanks to the time and the energy, give thanks to all who stay with me and really listen to what we have to offer. Different kind of radio in a Jamaica. We want to play a tune for the brethren from Gambia where I listen to a radio station in England, forget with that. I go around the bush. The brethren I go around the bush. You know, we hear Yaya Jammeh, the president of Gambia, say, by next year, Gambia will be self-sustaining with rice. Because I'm saying I want to get the food that I get to African people from the West, a poison of African people. Yeah, I did play the tape when I say it. One brethren from England go interview him. And him say, by next year, Gambia will be sustaining itself when it comes on to rice production. And him a move forward to with other food because him can't take the white people them food that come in him country so regular. I think him easy. Him not easy, you know. Him not easy at all. Hey, for those of you interested to go to Gambia next year, you know, get ready. Start save up your money from now. Believe you me, I'm May the 6th to the 12th. May the 6th to the 12th. Roots Festival in a Gambia. If we can get 200 odd people from anywhere in the Caribbean and other ways, if we can get 200 odd people, we are going to charter a plane and it's going to fly from Jamaica. Yeah, if we can get at least 250 people from either America, around the Caribbean, Jamaica, we guarantee you, Mutabaruka guarantee you, say, we're going to get a charter plane from here and go straight in a Gambia next year. So, save up your money. Save up your money. So, you know, so we'll come forward there from 2 to 5:45. The stepping razor, the art of war. Why you the man Brian there with me? Yeah, man. Just a keep a company. Them not really I don't know. Them just a keep a company. We don't mind it still, you know. We don't mind it still.